Namaskar friends, this is NJ, your host on this channel. In this video, we will have our discussion on the conjunction of Rahu with other planets and what kind of yoga does it create. So like the way guys, you know this thing that I randomly pick the topics for my video uploads and it has always some backstory to do. So definitely at a time when I'm recording this video, transiting Rahu is conjunct with moon, like rather I would say the transiting moon is conjunct with Rahu in the Pisces sign. So I was just feeling a little bit anxious and the whole aura and energy around me, like even at a time when I was thinking about doing some research, so somehow I was and my mind was driven more in the lines of the way Rahu function. So that just gave me this idea that when we talk about like certain Raj yogas, like the way guys, there are like certain parameters which if they get fulfilled, Rahu becomes very powerful in the chart. And guys, in this video I will not try to preach you something about that, okay, with this conjunction it is going to be called as the Angarak dosha or the Chandal yoga and all these kind of suffering. In this video, on the context of the modern day requirement of any layman which wants to be famous, which wants to be successful in the material world, how can Rahu contribute towards that? That is something which we will try to understand in this video. So guys, very first rule which I am setting for this video is that I will be talking more from the perspective of that when Rahu is going to be conjunct with a planet which is going to be in a strengthened state or in its very purified state. Because as you know this thing that Rahu, whenever it gets conjunct with a planet which is going to be placed in its own sign, Mool Trikona sign, in the sign of its exaltation, if Rahu is going to be conjunct with that planet, then Rahu becomes very strong, very strengthened. Now guys, when we talk about the individual way of assessing the strength of the planet Rahu, definitely there are like certain parameters which needs to be fulfilled. Rahu if placed in the Upachya Bhava, like 3rd house, 6th house, 10th house, 11th house, it becomes very strong. If Rahu is going to be placed in the like the signs ruled by the planet Mercury, which is Gemini or Virgo, Venus, Taurus, Libra, Saturn, which is Capricorn and the Aquarius, definitely Rahu becomes very potent, very powerful in those alignments. But I would still say this thing that if Rahu is going to be conjunct with a Aries sun, if Rahu is going to be conjunct with a like you can say Libra Saturn, then it becomes much more powerful. Guys, understand this thing that Rahu does not have a physical body, so it acts in a way that somehow Rahu acts like a controller and the instrument and the body becomes the planet with which it is going to be conjunct with. And like the way guys, I already mentioned this thing that in the today's modern day times, when because of the advent of the social media getting popular and all of your latent talents coming into the forefront and fame, like wealth, all of that is possible in a short span of time. And over there in these certain dynamics, Rahu becomes very important. Rahu definitely plays a very important role. Like the way guys, even if you will go by the way the whole formation of Rahu has been explained in our scriptures, over where it has been mentioned that there was a demon named Swarbhanu. He was so over ambitious that he did penance for so many years just because he wanted the status of a planet. And even at a time when the Lord Vishnu in the guise of the Mohini was distributing the Amrit, it was Swarbhanu, it was Rahu only who was able to see it through, that it is not the Mohini what we are seeing on the surface, it is Lord Vishnu in the guise of that. So this is a kind of intelligence which Rahu holds, and if well applied in your chart, it can actually manifest good results. And definitely guys, before foraying into this discussion, I actually want to make it very clear. Now definitely Rahu is considered as an outcast. Rahu is considered as a mlecha. And see the way at a time when all these scriptures were written, they were written at a time when from the Hindu Sanatan Dharma philosophies, even if a person who would have crossed the sea, that person will be considered as an outcast. So remember, that is the only reason Rahu has been painted in such a negative light. But in today's modern day times, like let's say for example, why to go very far, like when we talk about a very good brand wallet or chocolate or any commodity, any product, and just next to it you place any Swiss brand, you place any international brand. So somehow you will find that the natural inclination of people is going to be getting drawn towards something which is new to them, which is very exotic to their eyes. And this is what Rahu represents. Like the way I say this thing, a strong Venus can give you good looks. You add the tinge of Rahu, it will create the hypnotic attraction over there. Same way guys, when we talk about, like when people say that okay, Rahu conjunct with Jupiter creates the Guru Chandal Yoga, we will definitely talk about that. But I want to say over here, see, the Jeev Karaka or the Mool qualities of the planet Jupiter could suffer in a way that native could become very commercialized, native could become very money minded as well. Like the point which I'm saying over here is that the Mool, like the innate qualities of the Jupiter, which has to do with the unconditional distribution of wisdom, purity, virtues, ethics, morals, that might suffer. And the living signification connected with Jupiter, native might have to even struggle over there as well. But when we talk about the finance, the wealth aspect over there, even the conjunction of Rahu and Jupiter can create wonderful results. So okay guys, and why I was drawn towards picking this topic today, because guys, definitely I have seen like those charts, like there is one person I know, he has got a Taurus Lagna, ascendant Lord Venus being conjunct with Rahu in the 11th house. I have seen that person in a short span of time growing very rapidly in the Rahu Dasha. I remember when I was in Toronto, that time my boss, he was Indian only, and like I happened to see his chart. So he was Leo rising with ascendant Lord Sun being placed in the 9th house conjunct with Rahu. And trust me, he by himself told me that like the organization where we used to work, it was a brand with many headcounts, with so many like employees, and he was picked out of nowhere and he rapidly grew. Like no one in the whole organization got so many back-to-back promotion what he got out of the turn. So this is the kind of capacity and potential which Rahu holds, and in this video we will try to align all other planets in its purest form and will bring the illusion and the energies and the innovative energy of the Rahu, and then we will try to understand the results. So okay guys, starting with first, let's say for example, if you will find that Rahu is going to be conjunct with the planet Sun, in which capacity it is going to manifest results. So first of all guys, definitely we will not go by the classical route that it is going to be a eclipse yoga, it is going to create vulnerability on the account of your relationship with the father and all of that. In this video we will try to understand that yes, we have a Sun which is placed in the Aries or which is placed in the Leo, and it is conjunct with Rahu. So guys, all the aspect of the Sun is going to get kind of magnified because of the energy and the presence of the Rahu over there. Like the way guys, we always say this thing that Jupiter expands, Sun brightens, and it's the Rahu which explode. So when we talk about the ambition, so this could be a guy who will have very high set goals for himself. The prospects of ambition, prestige, honor and self-importance is going to be all-time high. And these are among those people who you will find that if the whole chart is supportive and native will get the right dashas at the right time, then these are among those people who suddenly become a viral sensation. So that sort of potential is something which this alignment or conjunction holds. Along with that guys, definitely this conjunction comes with its vulnerable aspect as well, like you know that high importance, entitlement and very exaggerated sense of ego is something regarding which native might have to work. But definitely guys, when we talk about from today's modern day point of view, where it's very cutthroat competition and everyone is striving to be in the limelight. So in this kind of environment, dog eat dog society, you place someone with a very dignified Sun and conjunct with a Rahu will hold the potential to be recognized, to be famous in some like in some distinguished way, where native could be a pioneer. He might have a unique way of presenting himself, unique vision, and all these like eccentricity, idiosyncrasies and uniqueness only is going to put him in the forefront. Now guys, when we talk about, let's say for example, if your Rahu is conjunct with moon, and when I say moon, it means a very dignified moon. Like this could be a case that moon is placed in the Taurus, it is placed in the Cancer sign, it is as per its phase. Moon is also very strengthened. So what does it tell about? So guys, definitely when we talk about moon, which tells about the way our mind function, our chetana, our subconsciousness. So one thing is for sure, that from the past lifetime only, native has got some very strong level of unfulfilled desires, because of which native is born in this lifetime. And this could be a case that native might have kind of completed his past life, like even on his deathbed there was too many like regrets, too many, this could be suffering or conflicted state with which native passed away in the last life. Again guys, see, whatever planetary alignments which we get in this lifetime, at a time when we are born, the soul only picks up the right womb or body just matching the planetary alignment, which will give it a chance to exhaust all of its karma. So the thing is that just because you're born with Rahu being conjunct with moon, so that in itself means that your subconsciousness is going to be little bit volatile or unstable. Now in which capacity you're going to use it? Like the way guys, there is a very famous saying that in majority of the astrologers chart, you will find their moon to be afflicted. That only makes them a good healer and empathizer towards other people's problem. Like I couldn't tell you how many charts of the astrologers I have seen with the wish dosha, like Saturn conjunct with moon in their chart. So the thing which I'm saying over here is that now let's talk about the benefic side of this placement. So definitely guys, when we talk about moon, which tells about your subconsciousness, it is going to be conjunct with Rahu. So that in itself tells about that you will definitely be drawn towards international cosmopolitan environment, foreign entities, foreign people, exotic things will definitely draw your attention very fast. You will definitely have this capacity to be very obsessed about something. Now again guys, it all comes down to that in which dignity the whole planetary alignment in the chart is, like in which direction it is indicating. One thing is for sure, this is one such combination which can send someone to a psychiatric ward, or which can send someone towards the global international fame. So a lot will be dependent on the overall planetary alignments. But yes, when we talk about someone with a very unique way of looking at the world, someone with a very, like we say this thing, that very innovative mindset and high ambitions point of view, this combination in the chart can actually act as a blessing in disguise. Now guys, when we talk about, let's say for example, your Rahu is going to be conjunct with the Mars in the chart, and over here Mars is going to be in its purest of the essence. Like Mars is going to be placed in the Capricorn, Mars is going to be placed in the Aries, or it is placed in the Scorpio, and it is going to be conjunct with Rahu. So guys, understand this thing. Now the Rahu is like a remote control, and the television set or the body which it is going to be riding is a planet with uncontrolled desire, energy, determination, willpower. So again guys, in lot many cases, Rahu, which acts like a chameleon, it creates a illusion and it can masquerade itself in any capacity. So like here we are talking about where your aggression, energy and fearlessness is very much kind of acting in a very mischievous way. So that definitely guys, like the way when we talk about all those people who live a dual life, like of a spy, who are engaged in like undercover activities, secretive, covert, clandestine activities. So native could be a king of the darkness for sure. Second thing is that definitely guys, all the attributes of the Mars, where we talk about the brotherhood, determination, your willpower, your never say die approach, your mechanical skills, problem solving skills, all of that will definitely going to have a tinge of the Rahu energy. And again guys, like Mars is a planet which has got this kind of title of being eternally youthful. So just because in your case a very potent and strong Mars is going to be conjunct with a strengthened Rahu, so that in itself tells about that people, even in their like who try to and who are obsessed about retaining or maintaining their youth for long span of time. Like even like when we talk about all those people, like even in their 50s, you will find these people too many tattoos, riding the bikes, and that those youthful kind of taste and likings and interest, and this is how their persona gets perceived. And definitely your capacity to do something which is very adventurous, like fearless kind of things, like even when we talk about and we hear about all those people from different parts of the world who act as a like a contract mercenary, who works on a contract basis in different military organizations as well. So that sort of fearlessness and cosmopolitan way of exerting yourself is something which we can attach with this conjunction of Rahu and Mars in your natal chart. Now guys, when we talk about Rahu being conjunct with the Mercury, definitely guys, Mercury, which represents your business acumen, no other planet has got this much capacity that it's only Mercury only which gets exalted in its own sign. No other sign has got that capacity to give the purest of the functioning ground to the planet of intelligence. So definitely guys, you conjunct Rahu with it, so all the discriminatory intelligence of Mercury, prospects of communication, your opportunistic mindset is going to get a amplified energy of the planet Rahu. And that is the only reason guys, when we talk about in the matters of the business, again guys, understand this thing, the whole gist of this video when I was talking about Rahu being conjunct with Sun. So in your political career, in a very short span of time, you grew rapidly. Rahu conjunct with Moon, like when we talk about a complete transformation of your thought process, your mindset, your personality. Same way, when we talk about Rahu being conjunct with Mercury, Mercury is chiefly responsible for your business acumen, your business talents. So all those success stories which we come across in a very short span of time, that business grew manifold. So this could be one of such case study. And again guys, see, these are among those people who are very opportunistic to foresee and see through any opportunity. Like even when we talk about the occult, like if I were to say different fields of occult, I'm not only talking about astrology as well. They're like those kind of subjects which is self-explanatory, even from a like 500 rupees worth of book, you can say just a $10 worth of book, and people who do the self-study from that book, they design courses of thousands of dollars, they run the 10-20 batches of it. So from a $10 worth of book, you made money in thousands of the worth of the dollars. That kind of expertise and intelligence and business acumen only a Rahu Mercury person is going to have. Like the way there is a very famous saying in sales, if you can sell a comb to a bald guy, you are a good salesperson. And this is the kind of talent and skill set which a Rahu Mercury person holds. And along with that guys, when we talk about expertise in different languages, your capacity to elevate your business to the international standards and all, finding yourself at ease even while dealing in international markets, dealing with different clientele, people with different cultural background, is something which the expertise this conjunction grants to the native. Now guys, when we talk about if Rahu is going to be conjunct with Jupiter in your natal chart, so definitely guys, see, the thing is, the innate qualities of the planet Jupiter might suffer. See, you have to understand astrology from a very logical point of view. Why Jupiter attains debilitation in the Capricorn? Like even in the original Kalpurush Kundli, Capricorn is a sign which is somehow connected with the 10th house. So that in itself tells about that. See, Jupiter is a guru who wants to spend its time in doing meditation, in isolation, in a peaceful way. Along with that degree and sense of being respected, being honored, and you put the energy of the Capricorn or put Jupiter in the Capricorn domain, where you have to do your job, you have to be very like materialistic, you have to make use of very foul, very harsh language. So this is the kind of environment where Jupiter might not find itself at peace. Like, putting a guru in a marketplace, in an environment of cutthroat competition. So that is the only reason guys, the only way this conjunction can create a concern in the life of native is that fortune might play hide and seek with the native. That is the one thing. Second thing is that definitely all aspects of the Jupiter, like when we talk about your capacity to grant and share the wisdom unconditionally with the world. Just because you have got this conjunction in your natal chart, you might remain lucky in finding the right set of guru, but the same person will also ask you that okay, I will give you this diksha, this siddhi, but in return you have to make this much donation in the name of my ashram. So this is the kind of situation, circumstances native run into in all those cases where he is going to have conjunction of Jupiter and Rahu in the chart. But again guys, in today's modern day and age, when we come across like all those modern day teachers, trainers and coach who are selling different courses, who are motivating people, motivating the world via the use of the social media and all, so I would say this thing that there's not much of the harm with this conjunction. Like rather I would say that if you actually have got talent, if you actually have got that divine, religious, spiritual potential and strong prospects to progress in that field, this conjunction in today's modern day context where the majority of the information is being transferred through the social media, through internet and all, I would say that you are actually blessed in this way. But yes guys, when we talk about the prospects of luck, or we say this thing that leap of faith and the prospects of progeny in all these areas, depending on where exactly this conjunction is taking place, in which house, you have to do a proper scrutinization. But from the modern day point of view of wealth creation, getting that global fame, along with that remaining lucky in being well acquainted about the different religion, different philosophies, having that connection with people from different religious ethnicity and background over there, this could be a very blessed combination in your natal chart. Now guys, when we talk about the conjunction of with the Venus, so definitely guys, you know this thing that if you have got Venus being placed in the Pisces sign, in the Taurus sign, in the Libra sign, so definitely that can make you a very loving person, someone who's going to be very sociable in the life, someone who's going to have a very wide circle of friends and all. Now guys, just because now with this dignified Venus, now you're going to bring the energy of Rahu over here as well. So now how it is going to be influencing it? Definitely guys, the desire to be recognized, to be appreciated for your beauty, and need for comfort, enjoyment, pleasures and luxury is going to go all time high. But again guys, like the way this whole discussion is about that in which capacity and how you can utilize, you can capitalize with the conjunction of Rahu with other planets. So just because you have got this conjunction in your natal chart, and let's say for example you are in a field where kind of making use of your good looks or capitalizing on your wealth or on your like PR, on your connections. So if you are in those fields where all these are required skill set, then I could say this thing to you that with this conjunction you can actually be very successful in the world. And like the way guys, the basic example which I gave at the beginning of this video, that Venus can actually grant you good looks, but it's the energy and involvement and sprinkle of Rahu which can add hypnotic touch over there. Like the way there is this famous like Bollywood actor like Rajesh Khanna. In his days when he was at the prime of his career, the whole country, like in India, the whole country was obsessed for him. So that sort of obsession, that sort of hypnotic charm around you is something which a very well placed Venus in your natal chart and the conjunction with Rahu can create those kind of energy. And again guys, like the way I gave this example, that if this conjunction is taking place in some important houses which commands or which rule over finances and the wealth, like the way if it is taking place in the second house, in the 11th house, in the 5th house, in the 8th house, then definitely if you will get the right dasha at the right time, you can be a millionaire. This is the kind of potential which this conjunction holds. And along with that guys, when we talk about, see, only one flaw with this conjunction is that you might have a partner or a spouse who will be very high maintenance type, or who will be very wealthy, who might come from different culture, different ethnicity, different nationality. But when we talk about having a very enjoyable, comfortable, luxurious life, I would say this is one such best combination. Now guys, when we talk about if you have Rahu conjunct with the planet Saturn in your natal chart, so definitely guys, now over here Saturn is going to be acting as a body or instrument for the functioning grounds of the energies of the Rahu. Rahu does not have a physical body. Whichever planet it's going to get conjunct with, it is going to make use of the energy of that planet only in order to fulfill its agenda. Now guys, understand this thing. See, Rahu has got this capacity that it can manipulate and get the good results out of Jupiter, out of Venus, out of Mercury, all other planets. But when it comes down to Saturn, in its time, Rahu can actually extract good results via cutting corners. But once the Saturn Dasha will come, once the Sade Sati will come, you might have to pay back as well. So ethics and morals, the onus of responsibility becomes much more higher in the charts where Rahu and Saturn are going to be conjunct. Like the way guys, many times people say this thing, if you go by the classical explanation and the title given to this conjunction, someone has called this a cursed yoga. In somewhere it has been written as a like a ancestral curse or a Pitra Dosh kind of yoga. But I would still say this thing, that only if you know how to capitalize and utilize the energy of this conjunction. Like the way we say this thing, that Saturn, which has got everything to do with your professional endeavors, and because Rahu is a very innovative planet. Rahu is a planet which represents the mass connection, mass reach. So let's say for example, if you are working with this mindset of the Saturnian energy in the purest of the form, that you want to give back to the society, you want to do something for the benefit and the comfort of a common man, and the Rahu energy is also supporting this agenda of the planet Saturn, trust me, this is a combination which can give you the mass fame. Like the way guys, specifically when we talk about the charts of the internationally acclaimed politicians and all, like all those people who are working in the United Nations, WHO and all, in their charts, trust me, I have found this conjunction of Rahu and Saturn. So again, because if Saturn represents the masses, your reach to the masses, Rahu is a very global planet. Rahu has got this capacity to give you that mass reach in a very short span of time. So yes guys, I would say this thing, that if being utilized and put forth the energy in order to work in the lines of the good for a common man, this can actually make you a millionaire. And along with that guys, like specifically, like even if you will make a list of the wealthiest people in your country or around the globe, you will definitely come across people who are dealing in iron, in oil, petroleum, as some of the wealthiest people and the businesses. So this is the kind of potential which this conjunction of Rahu and Saturn holds. All what matters is how you're capitalizing it. So yes guys, this is something which I wanted to say as a part of my inputs. For further more updates and notifications on the divine science of Vedic astrology, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on my Instagram account. Dhanyawad.